Hello gang, welcome to the channel, and today we're gonna go to do a showcase on our girl Hope Summers. The update has already dropped. I did a live stream 2 days ago. It was a bonkers live stream. We did all the epic quests like 72% with tier 4 rogue, but yeah, I didn't have the opportunity to test any character, so it took me a couple of days and I worked a bit on my Hope Summers, and yeah, she is a blast. Actually, she is a combat female, but she is totally cool character to work on. And my first reaction on the update, on the epic quest is so negative, and you already know from my live stream. But this girl came with a lot of hope for this update, and literally she is so cool. She's so cool. I didn't build her a lot. I didn't have the opportunity to build so much the character. I don't have her artifact, and generally I had the bare minimum build. If you want to compete, for ABX and ABL, CDP of Raids is the must-have for this character. And I'm gonna go through her skill rotation, and it's about time to tell you, I told you so. 3 weeks ago or like 1 month, go find this video. It's video of Nebula, and I told you they just dropped Nebula because they are planning to drop another really good combat female, and I was sure about that. I had this feeling. I was saying that it's Valkyr or Crescent tier 4, but yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it for you how better she is, but yeah, she's really strong. And I did a compare here on Nebula, of course, because I have this video, but also she can compete and she's really strong with Storm and Rogue at level 80. I'm gonna show you the runs for ABL, ABX, how to play with the character, explain the rotation, and also another place you could use here, and a lot of people wanna see how she's performing. It's of course World Boss Legend Ultron stage 95. She is a combat female, and everyone was waiting for these characters, to drop. We wait for tier 4, but you can see what she is able to do. So before we go through that, guys, I want you to make sure that you have smashed the like button, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below in the comments if Hope is a smash or a pass for you. Yeah, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna tell you guys, Netmarble did very dirty on that. It was very dirty because, yeah, I'm gonna explain in the end of the video, but yeah, let's go. First of all, her animation and how the character looks is really awesome. Her awaken skill, it's fantastic with all these Phoenix Force, everything feels really cool. If you let it play also, it's so cool. But yeah, you're canceling it in the start, of course. Her fifth skill, it's with her daddy, Cable, and as you can see here, he's coming through and helps. Her third skill, it's an explosion with some elements and yeah, a lot of things. Her fourth skill, it's the main damage, and as you can see, she's doing a kick and after she's doing a punch. And this is really important because you need to be careful here. Her rotation, it's really easy. But yes, let's go through the second skill and the first skill. The first skill, it's the dad of, ABX and ABL actually, and the rotation we want to go through, it's like 5, cancel 3, cancel 2, cancel 4. And you're dropping the second skill because for some reason, even if she has guard break immunity on her kit, I'm gonna show you, she has guard break immunity as a passive ability, but even if she has it, guaranteed critical rate 25%, the proc on the raids delays a bit. So you're going into 5 to get the buff of all attack for 5 seconds. After third skill, get another buff, basic attack 65. And also you're doing the second skill for the extra hits to pop out the raids, and you're doing the proc on the fourth skill with the fourth skill. So you don't want to transfer the proc of the fourth skill somewhere, you just do it. And with the awaken skill, it's an instant cancel. So let's go through to show you what I'm able to do in ABX with this bare minimum build. To be honest, no Odin's Blessing, no tier artifact. I'm using this generic artifact just for the concentration, and I have a mighty rage, which is like the worst mighty rage you could have. I couldn't reroll it for better, but yeah, this fits cool. And I'm capped on every single stat that really matters and rocking 68,000 physical attack, but I think that's not the realistic attack. Yeah, it's here, it's 62,000 physical attack, because before I was using here physical attack. A fun fact, I'm ranked 92 with not a single Odin's Blessing, and that means that only 92 people has purchased right now the epic quest, probably, or around that number. So yeah, the numbers are going down for Netmarble. So yeah, let's go through to see what she's able to pull out for ABX. As I told you, your rotation starts with your awakened skill. You're going through your 6th skill, instant cancel into your 5th skill, instant cancel into your 3rd skill, instant cancel into your 2nd. And after, when you see the raids, the CDP of raids pop out, you're going into your 4th skill. You don't want to use your 4th skill before you see the CDP of raids popping out, because sometimes, like this, you see, the start of the 4th skill, I lost the damage because I was off the proc. So yeah, it's not the perfect run, but makes you understand the mistakes I did, you know, makes you understand what you should do yourself. So as you can see here, I'm doing exactly the same thing over and over. 5, cancel 3, cancel 2, cancel 4, letting the 4th skill until the end. I'm even moving the character to see if the character starts moves, I'm going into the next rotation. Your first skill, you can do it in between the rotations, but because the CTB of Raids proc, it's kind of fragile with here, I don't want to risk it, and I want to have it every single time on the 4th skill to take the maximum out of here. For your own information, in the previous video with the showcase of Nebula, I managed to do 11 million with a Mighty Judgment, and the Mighty Judgment, it's not the best case for Nebula, and Mighty Raids could be better, but it's really close. It's like 1 million difference. So the maximum I could pull out with my Nebula, I'm gonna show you the build I have on my Nebula, was like 11, 11.2 or something like that, playing solo without having to swap into Valkyr or without having to swap into Sith or whatever, you know. Solo. Of course, if you play tag play with Nebula and Valkyr, you can achieve more score, but we're talking about here solo runs of Nebula against Hope, and Hope here taking advantage of her leadership. Her leadership, it's kind of better than Sif's leadership. Sif gives you 35% physical attack, but her leadership gives you 30% basic attack. So basic attack considered better than the physical attack. That's why you use her leadership and double support. Double support could be Sith Valkyr, could be, let's say, I'm not sure that there is anyone else, but yeah, you could use also Titania if she's strong ability character. I'm not sure if there is anything other to use. But as I'm talking and as I'm doing exactly the same rotation without doing any special, testing the character for the very first time, it was like 5th run I was running, and I'm able to rock 12.5 million. 12.5 million, it's really important because you're close to 30 million and it's 5 seconds left. So if I build the character even better, probably I'm gonna end up doing even more score. And as you can see here, it's 12.9. So I am in the small collector token pack, you know, I'm gonna get the 13 million reward here if I play better, if I slap some Odin's Blessing. So she can, for me, easy peasy, without having practicing a lot, do 13 million with that build, right? If you consider giving better mighty or brilliant raids or full Odin's Blessing, I can see here climbing to 14 million, 15 million. I already saw people doing 14.5 with average builds, you know. And if you get her artifact also, her artifact is a passive ability for all mutants. But yeah, she's gonna buff herself, but you know, herself also. But yeah, this is something we know. Okay, we were expecting that. They delete Nebula already. So I told you so. I told you so 3 times. I'm not gonna say it anymore. But the really weird thing, it's ABL, guys. It's the first character, my personal best ever score, with a level 70 character. First time ever I did what I'm gonna show you right now. And the characters that you have to compare here, it's Polaris and some goofy characters like that, Psylocke and stuff like that. Because Storm, it's level 80, or tier 4, you know, my Storm, it's level 80, and I can tell you the score I have with my Storm. But yeah, spoiler alert, she's beating down my Storm level 80 with a full build and 6-star artifact. Yeah. I'm gonna show you guys. She is insane. Okay, somehow I find again, you know, the happiness on my Marvel Future Fight journey and my YouTube journey. I'm again happy, even if I know the rewards of the quest was so lame. Guys, Netmarble did great job with this character. It's another power creep on the level 70 for ABL at least. Also, as you can see, for ABX, she's totally busted. She's better, way better than the second. And you can see people even doing 15 million with her already. And I'm saying already because, you know, in a couple of weeks, perhaps we figure out that another rotation is better. Or if you combine here and tag play and whatever, she could score even more. But 15 million, it's something undoable with the previous setup for most of the people. There is no cap on this day for most of ABX, and now with here I feel like people could cap. People could cap with brilliant raids and full maximum build, you know. But yeah, look at this ABL character, guys. And it's really weird, but it's the most free-to-play choice. It's the most free-to-play choice because if you don't want to use here, you have to use Rogue with a paywall uniform, real money paywall, or Storm with a real money paywall uniform. Other than that, there is only Jean Grey with old uniform that sees kind of meh. It's not like best, but Jean, you know already, it's so expensive too. Perhaps, actually, it's as expensive as getting Hope here. And with Hope, you don't need any uniform, you know. For Storm, you're gonna see the score. As you can see here, I'm in the middle of the fight and I have done 4.4 million. The only advice I could give you here, because she's an awakened character and we're not used to play with awakened characters on ABL, the only characters that you could use is like Dr. Octopus and Moon Knight, but they have specific rotations that you are spamming actually the awakened skill. You're doing pretty much the same with Hope here, but because I wasn't feeling comfortable using the awakened skill here and don't have it in the start of the Odin's Force, Odin Might buff, you know, the Odin's Force, you don't want to miss the awaken in the start of the Odin's Might here. So I save the awaken skill here so I can use it in the start and boost my damage, you know, because you're getting a passive buff for 10 seconds and the Odin's Might buff, it's like 22 seconds, so I want to be sure that I'm gonna have that buff. And yes, you're seeing right, I'm doing ABL with a level 70 no uniform character and I have managed to go 6.69, it's like 6.7 guys, 6.7 was like the score I was doing with Storm. I was struggling between 6.5 to 7 million at level 80. And let me show you the build, guys. It's really fantastic how good she is. So she potentially did the same with my Storm. And my Storm rocking 74,000 energy attack. I have on here a Mighty Raids, the 200. I have 6-star artifact on here. I have a couple of Odin's Blessings, as you can see here. So the character is way more built and I have played way more with her than, you know, Hope that I played like 2 days. So she's doing like Storm and even better if I play better and if I build here even better. And Storm, it's a level 80 paywall uniform character. So it's a totally win for free-to-play that can spend actually 7,000 crystals, to be honest, because you don't have to pay real money. But yeah, I know it's kind of weird building and spending so much for a level 70, to be honest. I'm not sure if they're gonna replace here anytime soon because you know people are gonna go totally mad on them if they do tier 4 crescent like next week or something. It's gonna be a totally bullshit. But yeah, we already know that Net Marble is able to do bullshit. But look at this, guys. This Storm performed worse for my account than this Hope. And you saw Hope has no artifact. This build Nebula did like 2 million less with this build. I have some Odin's Blessing. I bought from the token shop here artifact. F me, yeah. And I have a Mighty Judgment. It wasn't the best roll, but yeah, I know that she can't do the same as Hope, you know, for most people. I wasn't even doing 12, and I did close to 13 first day testing here. It's insane. It's insane how good she is, and give me hope, you know, to go and test the other characters. Perhaps there are other potentials. We already knew that this character could have a spot on the meta list from the patch notes, but still now seeing her performing so good, because we are talking about really good, makes me believe that perhaps something is going to happen. I'm not sure. No, I'm not gonna say bullshit. I'm just positive because I really enjoy the game. I really love the game and I don't want to go down. And the thing I told you and I didn't showcase you yet, it's 95 Ultron, guys. Don't forget. Let's see. Okay. It's well known that level 70 characters has a huge penalty against Ultron. The level 70 are good for Mephisto, and now after them, Ultron has a huge penalty after some levels. After Ultron stage 50 or something, you're not doing any damage, and all the level 70 characters we already have doing nothing. But with this girl, look at this. This is a simple rotation with Awaken skill. Seems really low, okay? Seems really low. But Nebula wasn't able to do that of a damage. And if I am able to do that damage with the build I have right now, I have a feeling that we're gonna see people doing it world first with her, but with a brilliant distraction or brilliant energy, you know, she needs that extra proc to do more. Of course, this is disgusting. I'm not talking about, normal players are not able to do that. Me, myself, I'm not able to do that. But I believe players like, MK Baby, Pedro, Bob Sarge has now some chances to complete this challenge, because I did in a half of a minute 1.5 bar. For me, feels totally undoable, but you know, my build is average, is only 6-star Rus. If you smack her full Odin's Blessing and give her a brilliant distraction or brilliant energy, because she feels like proc friendly. Of course, I could test her with a proc on ABX, but yeah, I didn't do that because, yeah, I didn't thought about it. But I feel like she is proc friendly. But for sure, I'm not suggesting to anyone to have a proccing obelisk on here and paying 7,000 crystals to get this character, you know. After all, she is our hope and she is totally cool. I hope you enjoy her and see you into the next. Let me know what are you going to do with this hottie down in the comments. Don't forget the smashing the like button. And yeah, as I told you, hope you enjoyed. Kisses in your faces.